has a weapon in her hair. That's what we want.
So after, I saw your beautiful purple clothes, I went to try to go find them. They don't exist. I want some
Mike, I'm going to be in this. I don't want to be in this. I'll try not to.
they don't
Look at this room full of women. So good.
Wearing new shirts. I love this sweater.
So
Like,
we have, I keep thinking about this good. I got up this morning, I looked in the mirror and I was like, nope, good. It's not working. Good, it's gonna work, I'm gonna open it up, it's gonna be amazing. But there's like this, the first impulse is negative and you go, no, how do I remove that, right? And just to have something in mind that made me laugh, that like, good. I have something to say over the top of that moment that's like, nah, I did. Good. We're saying good things. Your ears are always good. I figured this out. Like when you look in the mirror and you're all rumpy and you got this going, but your ears are always right. And I'm like, good. I'm just going to start. Good.
Well, you do have unusually perfect ears.
We all, like, they're all amazing. Nobody's ever created marketing that says those ears are better than those. Thank God. Someone will. Right? I'm sure there are ear models. However, do what is right for you. Do it over and over. Lean into the light. Keep going even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Do not let doubt stop you. Trust the process when your mood is low. Let growth be your mission. Let healing be your reward. And let freedom be your goal. And those are the goods, and your arms are up there and you're like, holy cow. But we're building the ability to see the good of it, to call it up, to acknowledge it. Do it when it's hard, so that when it's easy. And you can just trust the fact that those words and that impulse, they're there for you. And that's prosperity. That's what we're going for. That's all we want, is to meet ourselves in the mirror at 5 a.m. and say, nice one. I'll take it. That's a form of wealth. So heart high, palms together. Day 36. Tuning in. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, all that holds me and heals me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, all the choices I make, the mistakes, the faltering, the doubting, all of it. I bow to all of it. I bow to the celebration and the ability. All of it, outside and in, I am held. That's what we're saying 3 times. Inhale. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Come to lie on your mat. So knees are bent, hands on your shins, bring it in. On your exhale, bring it closer. On your inhale, float it away. And just start to rinse out the hips, the low back, the arms, the breath. float open and float closed. 3. And 2. Good, so that on the last time, as you release, lift your head, shoulders, reach your hands out, and the palms face the floor. Bring your knees together and your knees over your hips, and they're little pulses. With each pulse, open your mouth. Close your eyes, close your mouth, out the nose, steady out. So as you hug your knees together, you can anchor your low belly into the floor. Imagine laying your forehead on your thighs. Spread your fingers and be strong through your arms. Draw your right knee to your right shoulder, your left leg long. Left knee, change. Knees together. Keep that, or legs out long. Spin your heels wide, your toes to press. 20 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees to your chest. Roll up, arms extend. Fold your fingers in, your thumbs are up, bend your knees, roll back, feet to the floor. So inhale as you lie back, roll up. Exhale as you come up. As you go back, knees are bent. As you roll up, take one hand up and over through the back, and then back down. Rolling up, and reverse through the other side. So right from the base of your seat, you're wringing the breath all the way out, and you're clearing through the hand and behind. And just one more. Turning. And then as you pause on the back, bend your knees, put your feet flat, notice and just rest a beat. And that resting has been sweetened. Soften your abdomen. Breathe into the brilliance you're making. Circle your right knee. Work there, or extend your right leg. Finding a great circumference. Tracing the full hip socket with the tip of your toe, with the head of your femur. And then gather it in like a spiral, getting a little bit closer, a little bit tighter, the circle growing smaller and smaller, the abdomen growing stronger. And then reverse the circle and start small and reverse the spiral, coming back out and exploring all the way into that outer periphery, that very largest circle. And knees bend, feet flat. Left knee, circle it. Start with the knee and work there, or extend your leg, tip of the toe, down into the hip. And find the great full edge. And then start to bring it in and get more precise. Extending out through the tip of your toe, reaching down into the very center of your hip socket. Bring it into a small tight circle at the center, and then reverse back out. That you're becoming more adept at using the full skills of your hip instead of just front and back. It has so much to offer. Good. So 2 knees make circles in opposite directions, and just keep it small and keep it simple, and that can be where you go. Or the legs up and then wide and then zipping together. And as you can, you lift the seat. So there's this little lift, and then you very gracefully descend. And if you sort of drop with a wump into the back, See if you can slow the descent and then reverse your direction. So this is what holds us up when we're sitting in our car and we have a tendency to sit in the bucket of our bucket seat, right? Get up out of that bucket. One more. Knees bend, feet flat, and just pause and notice. Hands on your shins, roll forward and back. Rounding. So the same way that you controlled that little lowering of the low back, just smooth out. Right to the shoulders and right to the seat. For 3. And for 2. And as you roll up, if your hamstrings are tight, take your blanket and put it under the backs of your knees. So that as you reach forward, fingers extending, and draw back, you can't hyperextend through the legs. So inhaling back and exhaling forward. Feel the shoulder blades spread wide away from the spine as you reach forward. Feel the shoulder blades gather toward the spine as you go back. And what's happening is the muscles that move that open the back and that gather it, can grow stronger. And they can also release, making a little more length and a little more strength. Good. For 2. And then for 1, as you sit up tall, put your palms together and make a circle. Ha. And see if you can move the hands as though from the low belly. And feel how much you've sort of clogged up the back body. And how far can that circle go into the tips of your fingers, and then reverse. So if you have a tender low back, or if you're pregnant, then repeat that circle, or lie back, put your feet up, and now circle your feet together just like you circled your hands together, and feel the other half of you rinse out. A great sweet circle. So now the feet stay together, the navel drawn into the floor, and then reverse. Reaching into the toes, legs straight as they can. 2, putting everything together. And then bend your knees, put your feet down. If you were seated, lie back and pause, arms wide. We start to feel that the fire at the center of our body can extend into our limbs, into the fingers and the toes, to the very edges, the tendrils of our ideas. Right knee to your chest. And just draw the right thigh close, shake out your right foot, soften the right hip, the hold of the body. And let your right heel come over your right knee, so half happy baby, holding the outer ankle or the outer foot. And if you choose, interlace your left hand over the sole of the right foot. On an exhale, knee down toward the floor. And on an inhale, extend up and out. Good. Bending and releasing. So Jen, when you bend your knee, try to keep your heel over your knee. See how it wants to collapse towards your hip? See if you can keep it over the knee. Good. Keep the knee bent, widen your elbows, widen the knee a little bit. As though holding a sponge, when you've rinsed it out and you hold that little last moment, you just squeeze it and shake it. Releasing the leg long, pause, and take your right hand to your inner ankle, your inner cuff, or your inner heel. Hold there, and left hand wide. Stand into that heel, extend the left leg long. Flex both feet. Right? When we have a lack of clarity, when it's hard to make a decision, sometimes we've really not extended into the legs. We forget the body has a quality of intelligence, And we can use how we're arranged in our limbs to get to the answer we require. So this is an agent of clarity, this space, this shape right here. So feet flat, pause, arms wide, notice the right side body. Left knee to chest, interlace your fingers, bring it close. Shake out the left foot, the left ankle, loosen the experience. Good. And then holding the outer ankle, outer foot, or interlacing your fingers so that the right palm is over the left sole. Left knee down, and then press out. Allow the left side to be different from the right side. Use your breathing to release and shift the tension in the joints and the connections. And then stay with it bent. That little moment when you've been rinsing out a sponge, you squeeze it, you release, and then you hold it and you kind of shake it out. And it's that little last hold. Go ahead, take your left hand, hold the inner ankle, inner calf, or inner heel, and press out into that heel. Right arm wide, right leg long, and just stay a beat, pressing, opening the backs of the knees to open the back of the chest. Drawing your toes back, feeling the length of your toes, the space between the balls of your feet and the tips of your toes. Again, clarity in the legs will create clarity of mind, clarity of action. And then knees bend, feet flat, or legs long, arms wide. Pause for 3 breaths. Let it all the way out. Shake out your feet, shake out your knees. And then roll right over onto your right side and prop the right side of your head so that you can draw the left knee up and tap the toe behind the right thigh. Draw the left knee up and tap the knee down in front. So knee up, tap your toes, knee up, tap the knee. And as you tap the knee, you are looking for the greatest possible rotation of the knee into the floor. That's it. So as your knee goes down, your heel goes up. Yeah, that's it, D. So roll it all the way over. Good one. And then 2. So keep that, but when your knee comes up, straighten your left leg, touch the ceiling, bend your knee, tap your knee. So knee up, leg straight, knee bends. And when you bend your knee, the knee tends to collapse in. See if you can keep the left knee open as long as possible. Roll the pelvis open with that left knee and keep it as you straighten and bend. One more. And then all the way up and all the way down. Roll back onto your back, left knee is bent, build tree, and put the sole of your foot against your right inner thigh. Right hand on right thigh, left hand on left inner thigh, and try to broaden those 2 points. Press your left hand into your left thigh. There's resistance. As you press your left knee up, it's against the hand, and then your hand presses it back down. So there's a real resistance between knee and hand. And you're pointing your knee at the ceiling, and then you're pointing your knee wide, and you go one more time. And you're working the abductor-adductor combination, and then stay. Press the left knee wide, right hand overhead. Stand in your right heel, full tree. Widening the left side of the pelvis, lengthening the abdomen. And then back into the center so that you can roll onto your left side and prop the left side of your head and roll your right knee high, tap the toe behind your thigh, and then tap your knee down in front. So you're finding here just the pattern of rolling your right knee open and waking up all the possibility of the hip. Keep rolling the right knee wide like warrior two would. And then lift your right knee, straighten your right leg, tip of the toe up, bend your knee, and bring the tip of your knee down. That's it. So as you bring your knee down, roll your heel higher. And roll right from your navel. That every movement we've made today has come from that navel energy. It's the home of our action. You roll it up and open and roll it down. One more time. As you bend your right knee, roll onto your back. Tree. Right hand on the right inner thigh, press wide. Left hand on the left thigh. See if you can widen the space between your hands. And then the right knee points up to the ceiling. Use your right hand to press wide to the right. Roll your knee up and roll your knee wide. Good. And go one more, pressing into the hand pressing against the leg. And widen and pause. Left hand overhead, left leg strong. And open into that tree sensation. Pelvis is wide, navel is long. And then back into center. Hands on shins. Knees are wide. Shake your feet wide. And put your hands on your inner thighs to press your heels out long and wide to the side. Big bend in your knees. Use your hands to pull your knees towards your shoulders. And then press your heels out and press your thighs into your palms. So bend to the knees, roll your tail off the floor. Press in the heels, lengthen your spine. Go 5 like that. Exhale as you press legs long. Inhale as you bend. Yeah, that you're moving with the breath. And on the last one, you'll press your legs out long and stay right there. Legs wide, heels strong, feet strong. Steady in the sensation. And knees bend, hands to shins, help your knees together so that you can roll all the way up. Get your blanket or your bolster and sit up tall. So that trick of turning the bolster so that you're sitting on the corner of it, you can also do that with your blanket. So that rather than sitting across and making this the edge, you can turn your blanket and sit on that corner. So you can go either way. Trying it out. How's that go? If it doesn't work for your hips, get rid of it, right? Kneel and put the bolster between your feet. And just big back circles through one arm you pick. So that from the base we start to roll all the way up through the chest. And then change sides. So the opposite side does big back circles. All the way up behind your ear, the collarbone, the side of the neck, the throat, the face. And then sitting tall. Palms open, little tap of the pinky, and then little tap of the first finger knuckle. Tap, 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 tap. Your right thumb comes under your left. Start to make this portal, this opening. Each tap is har. Har is the sound of the creative potential, the creative infinity. Creativity is simply when we tap into something we didn't know or see before. So open that door. Har, 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 har. Har, 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 har. 3, 2, 1. Hands up high. Inhale. Lift your chin. 3 sips. Tuck your chin. Cap that. Hook your thumbs and wriggle and rise. Lift the pelvic floor. If you need to release the breath and come back in, awesome. Or stay as you are, just for 4. Chin up. Elbows soft. Exhale. Hands down. Allowing yourself to be changed. Let your state shift. Turn your palms open, spread your fingers wide, and cross your forearms in front of your heart. Each one, har, 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 har. Good, you can work right there anytime or try it out. Arms up, har, 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 har. You're crossing in front of the forehead center. You can work with straight arms, you can work with bent arms, but keep your fingers wide. And now put that har in your mind, and it's a silent repetition with each breath. Be deliberate that you're not just waving or coasting, but there's a very considered choice. You're not going all the way open, it's just part way and then across, so that you're in command. Softening where there's tension. Smiling where there's tension, especially if you're making the tension. A minute to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, 3 sips. Tuck your chin, hook your thumbs, reach. Lift the pelvic floor. Everything gathers toward the spine. Everything gathers up into the midbrain. Soft elbows, chin up, breath out, hands down. We start to remember we are all things. That the source energy creating the springtime, the flowers, the sunrise, I am that. This sensation within me, this understanding, this palpable evolution of moment by moment, that is kundalini energy, kundalini shakti in my body. I am this. I trust this. She is good. She is good. Hands open, thumb to the palm, fingers over the thumbs, reverse circle. She is good. 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 Kundalini Shakti has more intelligence than we do because she can see further forward and back than we can. When it feels like things are falling apart, I can trust this because there's a larger plan. Good. Good, good, good. Arms up. Good, 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 good. And I remember, and I declare, and I remind, and I remember. Good, 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 good. Against all odds, every moment of every broken heart. Good, 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 good. Good. I am held in this force of good. 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 And because I'm held, there's a bigger force. God. 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 God is good. Good. God. They go together. You are both. Mix them. Use them. Good. God. 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 Good, good, God, 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 good, 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 God, 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 God. You get to choose. This is yours. Good, 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 God, 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 good, good. So when it gets challenging, lean in. Good. Good, good, God, 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 good, 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 God, 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 good, 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 God, God, good, 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 God, God. God, God, God. It's all one thing. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Inhale. 3 more. Elbows, chin, breath. Notice. You are all of it. And you are none of it. There is no work here to be done. No grasping, no acquiring. You already are. And you can feel it. I am this great, sweet, rising force in the world. I am. Bring it back down to the practical, to the everyday, to the washing of dishes and brushing of teeth. Palms face the ground, the earth, the day. And they press. And with that har, that infinity, har, hare, hari, wa, hey, guru, har, hare, hari, wa, hey, it's a party, har, hare, hari, wa, hey, guru, har, hare, hari, wa, hey, guru. So the mantra, har, hare, hari, wa, hey, guru. We're open to the infinity. We are infinite. This is infinite. The action is infinite. Hari, wa, hey, guru. Har, hare, 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 hari. Wa, hey, guru. Whisper. Har, hare, hari. Wa, hey, guru. 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 Har, hare, hari. So feel that rhythm. And whistle. If you can't whistle, it's just a little pulse of breath. One more. And pause. Palms face the floor. Left arm out, elbow bent, palm facing down, right hand on top. We'll in for 4, pause for 4, out for 4. If you want to go longer, 6, 6, 6 or 8, 8, 8, go to where it suits your breath. To in, end, and then pause. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Smooth and in. Pause. And out. On the inhale, feel it rising. As you pause, feel it rising. As you exhale, feel it stabilize. One more round wherever you are. So that at the end of your exhale, your hands descend, your eyes are closed, your breath is free. There's no effort to be who we are. If you need to rebuild your seat, set yourself up. We'll do the breath pattern for 5 minutes, for 8 minutes, and for 11 minutes. I'll tell you each one. You can decide where your exit ramp exists. When you finish, lie back and put your blanket over your low belly, your palms open, and be still. And just receive what you've made. So we'll breathe in the nose, out the nose, in the mouth, out the mouth, in the nose, out the mouth, in the mouth, out the nose. I'll get us started and then I'll leave it to you. When we restart at 5 minutes and at 8 minutes, I will do one round. So if you get lost, I'll come back and get us back on track. The pace is yours. So just in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. In the nose, out the nose, 2, 3, 4. In the mouth, like you were sipping water. Out the mouth, 2, 3, 4. In the nose, out the mouth, in the mouth, out the nose. Let it be silent. There's no holding, there's no force. In the nose, out the nose, as effortless as you can. In the mouth, out mouth. In nose, out mouth, in mouth, out nose. Turn your right palm up, put your left palm in it, cross your thumbs, they face your heart. In the nose, out the nose. In the mouth, little sips, out the mouth. In nose, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In mouth, out mouth. In nose, out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. You continue your pace, soft and smooth and silent. conclude this round, that's 5 minutes. If that's the time for you to lie back, then lie back. In the nose. Out the nose. In the mouth. Out the mouth. In the nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. And continue. As you complete this round, that's 8 minutes. If 8 minutes is where you rest, lie back, shake out your feet, cover your hips. last exhalation, your hands come down. And be still just for the next 30 seconds. Just notice the state you're in. The connection of your field to a greater field, a field of complete possibility, awareness, and beauty. The source field is the field from which we come, from which we return, to which we return. When we are still, we remember and we feel it. As you're ready, lying back and just taking even just the next 4 minutes to let your own effort subside completely. There's nothing you need to do. Your worthiness is complete right now. Your worthiness is available in your inaction. Beginning to deepen your breathing. To feel into the physicality, the movement of your feet and your fingers, and bringing your palms together. Walking your feet in to lift your feet, rub the soles of your feet. And then hands to knees, a little rock side to side. Any tension, any tightness. Rolling your way up to find your seat. And as you find the seat, from the seat, reach wide, reach high. Find your height. Palms together, down the middle, find your center. Again, one more, we go. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. I bow to all the truth that I am this. Long sat, short nam, inhale. Sat nam. Sitting tall, palms together, thumbs to the heart. What I want to say to you requires a more nuanced field of receptive language than I have ever used. It requires me to reshape my forehead, my lungs. It requires me to redistribute my dependence on visual information. So I will close my eyes and you will close your eyes and I will say it here. Here I am. Here I am with you. Here is all of me. And here we are, here, inside this blinding presence, here. A constant call in a moving world, here, all of it, here, here. Humbly listening towards home, and here, right here. My poem for you, my offered presence, this turbid life, yes. Here you go. Thumbs to the forehead center. For so much, for such company, for such transformation, for such light. Satnam. Two more live classes, Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday is May 5th. We'll start back up on June 5th. If you want practice that goes in between that, if you're making a contribution and you get an email at the start of each sequence, you're going to get the same email, but you'll have 2 new sequences to choose from. There's music again, finally, and juicy asana coming into a sequence for the intuition. And it so suits the energy of May. Coming back into June, we've got creativity, opening the throat, opening what we have to say, and as we say it, opening to how we hear what comes in reply. May it be so. I will see you Tuesday, Thursday, and then in June. Satnam.